Ci sei? Ah, ok. Check, check, one, check.
Check 1 2, checking star microphone.
Oh yeah. Check, 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 check.
Mi senti? Mi senti?
Usenti,
Mi senti?
compa, usente, compa. Sì, sì. Ciao Cipollini, benvenuti in questa puntata pazzesca di Purpurri. Vi dico pazzesca perché, come potete vedere, non siamo all'interno del nostro solito set, non siamo in studio, siamo, mamma che silenzio che è sceso, mamma mia che ansia, siamo al Sunset Beach.
Sunset Beach.
Grazie Joe. Oggi ho il piacere di introdurvi una persona che è una persona veramente bella, veramente una gran bella persona. Lo sapete che a me piace portare belle persone su questo canale, e lui fa una cosa pazzesca. Lui ha preso le radici, noi parliamo spesso di radici nei miei video, lo sapete, ha preso le radici e ne ha fatto la vera e propria forza della sua carriera artistica come comico, come comedian, ecco, usiamo un termine più giusto. Cipollini, vi presento direttamente dall'Australia, qui a Palmi, Joe Avati. Buonasera.
Buonasera.
È bello averti qui, Joe.
Grazie.
Intanto, che lingua parliamo?
Well, io posso parlare, è difficile per parlare italiano perché io mi sono imparato calabrese prima.
Ah,
sì,
wow.
Allora io
Ma parlare dialetto, compa?
potremmo parlare dialetto. Per me è più facile, mi esprimo in dialetto.
Mi esprimo è
bello. Dove se devo parlare lì e qui e là, sì, perché io parlavo calabrese prima di parlare inglese, perché tutta la famiglia del mio papà sono arrivati in Australia nel 1973 e io ero nato nel 74. Allora io sono cresciuto nelle braccia dei zii, cugini, nonni che erano arrivati in Australia. Allora loro non parlavano inglese naturalmente, no? E allora io non ho parlato inglese fino a quando avevo 4 anni, fino a quando non andavo a scuola. Se no io parlavo calabrese, e i miei nonni fino a quando hanno morto non parlavano inglese fino a 10 anni quando hanno morto.
Ma a scuola per esempio come dico?
Allora quando io ero arrivato a scuola dove mi sono imparato inglese quando andavo a scuola.
Posso dire che comunque, anche se parli con l'accento estremamente dialettale, parli l'italiano estremamente dialettale, lo parli molto bene.
Sì,
si vede che sei madrelingua, anche se di fatto
il calabrese è la mia madrelingua, anche se non era nato qui.
Pazzesco.
Ma fosse come era nato qui, perché loro tutti hanno arrivato il 73 ottobre e io ero nato a Augusto. Allora era come quando era qui, veramente,
certo,
no?
Certo.
E adesso sono qui per scoprire le radici miei, e ringraziamo una compagnia che si chiama Italea che mi hanno portato qui in Italia.
È un bel progetto del Ministero degli Esteri.
Dell'estero, sì.
Nice.
Io ho parecchie volte che vengo qui in Italia e in Calabria. Non è la prima volta che vengo,
certo.
Ma questa è la prima volta che vengo per registrare e guardare cose in giro della Calabria.
Una testimonianza.
Come si chiama?
Testimonianza. È difficile. Testimonianza.
Ok.
Esatto.
Testimonianza.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sometimes I speak English just to be to make you comfy. My English is terrible.
No problem.
Sorry, Cipollini.
Questa è una cosa che io mi sono accolto adesso. Io pensavo che solo io faccio show a Roma, a Milano, e quelli che vengono sono quelli che abitano a Roma e Milano di Canada, America, ma ci sono anche quelli che vengono che sono nati in Italia, sono italiani. Ma io pensavo che in Calabria non c'erano tanti che parlavano inglese, ma ci sono.
This change, because world go fast, life is run.
New generation,
Of course, new generation of people talk English.
there's a lot of people in Calabria now who speak
Absolutely,
English, which is
dude.
fantastic.
I know.
It's so good. It's so good.
I mean, if people, young people especially, I mean, I want to be in the young generation. I'm not,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I want to be in the young generation. I think that it's very important that now actually people of South Italy,
Yes.
not Calabria, not only, I mean, also Puglia, also Sicily,
Sicilia,
Sicilia, I understand the real sense of traveling all around the world, to be citizen all around the world, because if you travel, if you look other reality, other people, other culture,
Yes,
other
yes.
place, only in this way you can really understand what you have here. What if you go away, you lost here?
Yes, yes.
That's, I think, one of the best key that we have to appreciate it, to stay here strong
Yeah.
and strong.
Yeah.
Because it's very sad that people go away.
Yeah,
You know?
but that's why we come back. That's why,
course.
thanks to to programs like this that Italy has put on, we are trying to encourage people
Yeah.
to come back.
That's-
to find their roots.
It's a big work, and it's a very social, really important as a social
Absolutely.
thing that these
Yeah.
guys do.
Yes, yeah.
Here,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a nice
yeah,
project.
Yeah, and look, I've got a big following of Italians around the world.
Yeah?
Not only Italians, Calabrese, who follow my stories, and they're very keen to have a look at what we've done here this last week, because some people have never been to Calabria.
No.
Who are Calabrese who've never been to Calabria, or per esempio, everyone
Nice.
knows Tropea.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
In Calabria, you know Scilla. If you've traveled to Scilla, you know Scilla. But there's a lot of Calabresi around the world don't even know Scilla. So when I'm in Scilla
Yeah.
this week making videos, and
Yeah, I know,
people
I
are
see
going,
it.
where is that? Where's this
Yeah.
place? Qua si chiama Scilla.
UNESCO patrimony.
You know?
Chianalea is UNESCO patrimony.
right,
patrimony,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You know what? For example, that just curious things that Russell Crowe buy. I know an apartment in Tropea.
Who?
Is the neighbor of my brother,
Who is that?
Russell Crowe.
Oh, Russell Crowe's got a place in Tropea,
of course,
really?
Yeah. It's neighbor of my brother, you know.
Oh, he's a fantastic
It's
actor.
crazy, you know. It's
Have you heard him
crazy.
singing?
No.
Oh, you don't want to hear him singing. Sorry, Russell. Sorry. You're a great actor, mate. But
You know, it's you say something very important, that you start as Calabrian child.
Yes.
You start your experience this planet as Calabrian. This is very important. This is something that your family, your parents do. It's very important because the roots are the base of everything, in my honest opinion. You know, for example, one of my best friends is also Italo-Australian
Sì.
from Delia Nuova to Perth.
Perth, of course, because
Yeah, of
everyone
course,
from Delia
everyone,
Nova's in Perth, yeah.
And one of the most funny things is mother told me a lot of years ago. I don't want to say how many, but a lot of years ago, was that his father, so the grandfather, the nonno of my friend, never refused totally to speak English. He never,
Yeah, right.
never studied English. Was something crazy. For example, on supermarket for people
Yeah.
without a translator, only dialect of Delia
Yes,
Nuova.
yeah,
It's very strong from Aspromonte. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
very strong
Yeah.
dialect.
Well,
Never.
when my nonna, she would send my nonno per comprare il levato per il pane, no?
yeah.
And in English, when you say levato, il levato si chiama yeast.
Yes.
Yeast si chiama.
Yeasty.
Yeast. Allora,
You go.
And that's right. E mio nonno diceva, come si chiama? Tu pensi yeasti e venisti.
Yeah, of course.
Allora
That's
quando
right.
vai là tu dici io voglio cattu yeasti.
Sì.
And that's how they got around. Because they didn't speak English. So, these are true stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is something that is very close to my idea of how no, don't worry, how important is our attitude to adapt. I mean, a Calabrian can stay everywhere.
Yes.
Of course, we are Italian, so we can talk with the hands, dancing with the hands, but it's not that. I mean, for example, I have a friends from where is it? Porto, Portuguese.
Portoghese.
He was an artist that come in Reggio to my studio to record his music video, his song, and blah blah blah. And a friend of mine, the girlfriend of one of the guys of my staff, speak only dialect. Oh, my friends, looks like madrelingua, speaking dialect with the Portuguese, and they understand.
Yeah. Yes,
like
they do.
their language. You know, it's
Calabrese
crazy.
have done a lot of things all over the world. See these
Calabrian
microphones
roots,
here?
yeah.
See this microphone? This is a Rode microphone.
Yeah, Rode
okay,
mic.
you know who invented a Rode microphone? Who owns a Rode microphone?
No, absolutely
A
not.
Calabrese from Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
I know there was an Australian brand, but no, it was.
Calabrese. I'm pretty sure it's a Calabrese guy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Or an Italian.
Wow.
Italian guy from Australia owns Rode. And these microphones here now
Is
probably
it-
the top in the world.
Yeah, of course, it's a standard. It's a masterpiece.
Forgive me if I've said something wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the Rode microphone
It's from an Italian, I know, Italo-Australian.
Italo-Australiano, sì.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Your origin are Calabrian, right?
Sì.
I mean, your grandpa, your grandpa
grandparents
was...
were born in Reggio Calabria.
in Reggio.
In my mum's side, they were born in Melicuca, and in my
Melicuca.
dad's side in Rizziconi.
Okay, so it's a potpourri of people.
Potpourri of
It's a
people,
potpourri, nice potpourri of people.
I'm a potpourri of Calabrese.
Yeah, and you make with your job you make something fantastic, dude. I mean, of course you're a comedian, so you move a lot of good vibrations, smile when you talk. It's nice. It's a crazy and amazing job what you're doing. But the very important things that you do for Calabrian is that you create a new language.
Yeah.
You know, the Calabringlish. You do the Calabringlish.
Calabritis, is that what you call it?
Calabringlish.
Calabringlish.
You know,
Yeah, right.
because
See,
I mean,
we don't have a name for it because
now you have.
for us it's I don't know. It's just natural the way we talk. You know?
Of course, yeah.
And so we don't have a name for it, but that's pretty cool. Calabringlish.
Calabringlish.
I like it.
I invented this name because I think it's a perfect union because of Calabrian English.
Yeah.
You're Calabringlish. It's
But I'm really glad, coming here that a lot of people are embracing what I do, because I've also had people who don't like what I do. You know, because questi sono stereotipi, questi sono questi pagliacci. What's a pagliaccio?
Pagliacci is clown.
Clown, yeah. Tu, questo è un pagliaccio, non è un come un pagliaccio e offende le gente. I'm not offended. You know, i miei nonni venivano a guardare il mio spettacolo, tutti le nonni.
Che bello.
E allora io ho portato le nonni con me in Canada un tour.
Wow.
Per 2 settimane, no?
Your groupie.
Yeah, groupies, yeah. And, you know, se io facevo una cosa che non era piacevole, loro mi dicevano prima.
Ti cazziavano in dialetto.
Sì. Loro, io non dovevo aspettare uno straniero che mi deve dire tu mi offendi. No, se io offendiva, il mio papà mi diceva, il mio nonno o mia nonna diceva, ehi, vedi che tu dici delle cose un po' pesanti, brutti, non lo dire così. Loro si scialavano,
compà. We have a way of say, abbiamo un modo di dire.
Sì.
A Reggio, I don't know if it's the same on your Melicucca or.
Sì.
But I think that la mamma ristorti è sempre incinta. The mother of stupid guys always pregnant.
All right.
Always, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I mean people say stupid things like that because they don't understand the value of what you say because in every smile there is a piece of Calabria. There is a piece of history. We are the Magna Grecia, dude.
Yes.
We are the history of the entire world.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And with every story, with every smile, there's the truth.
Yeah, of
because
course.
comedy is one of the definitions of comedy is tragedy plus time.
Of course, yeah.
If you fall over now, It's not funny. You hurt yourself.
It's black
But
funny.
in 2 weeks' time, you go,
Ah,
che storto che era,
Yeah.
catti, e mi rompe la gamba. Gatti, mi
Catti,
rompe la
cats in
gamba.
inglese, cats.
Ah, gatti, gatti.
Cats in inglese, using that translation. Listen, how much of your Calabrian roots
Yeah.
really are in your or in your life, in your everyday life?
A lot.
How
A lot.
much Calabrian with the relation with other people? Also, British, English, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, yeah,
Deutsch,
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter. With people around
Yeah,
the world.
yeah.
How do you interface as Calabrian? I mean, this is something that changed your point of view, in your opinion.
Well, okay, so I grew up with the Calabrian proverbs. You know, figlio, mia nonna mi diceva, figlio, vai con chi che sono più meglio di te e cate
sì.
ciupanino.
Cupanino.
Right, so that's a thing that, you know, go with those who are better than you and buy them
Crazy.
lunch. So this is a thing that I always use when I meet new people. You know, when I find people who do great things, I'm attracted to that, and I also offer them lunch. You know, so a lot of the things that my nonna would say, I would take on board, and so I live my life like that. You know, a lot of respect. See, Calabrese people are people of respect. You know, they respect the elders in the family. They have a way of doing things. They have a hierarchy.
Ah,
You know?
Yeah.
In Australia, così sveglia prima comanda.
Ah, yes. It's
That's
of
not
course.
like here. You know, if you're
The first
if you're
one-
up here, you got to respect someone who's reached a certain level, and so that's another way. There's a lot of my life which is very Calabrese,
Calabrese.
very Calabrese.
And what's the most Calabrian thing you do in life?
Well, my
place.
brother died 5 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And my son is named after him. That's a very Calabrese
There's very
thing to-
Calabrian things.
Yeah, it's a very Calabrese thing to do,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely, dude.
In fact, you know, like my dad, so my son is called like my dad, with my
Yeah.
brother, then my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. But if my brother didn't die and I didn't call my son after my dad,
Yeah.
I would have heard about it.
From the heaven
Yeah.
you go to.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
oh.
I want to get, but the fact that I named my son after my brother, my father was very,
Of course.
very
yeah.
proud.
It's very emotional things. It's
Very
something very
emotional thing, yeah.
crucial and important for our culture.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
There is something that you never give up or maybe something that you have always with you that's it's like a totem or something as an object or something as a, something to do. I don't know the English word is habits.
Oh,
Some
yeah?
habits
Yeah.
that is really Calabrian and you never you always have with you, always do.
Yeah. I like to have a sleep in the afternoon.
20 minutes or more?
20 minutes, half an hour.
I can't, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I try, but I go in coma. Really? Yeah.
I can sleep anywhere, anytime.
Like horses.
Pretty much. You know, you
Still,
can-
like horses.
Yeah.
Piedi come i cavalli.
Io mi dormento. Ho un dest-est e mi
Un
dormento.
desti-esti.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It's,
Se
no,
ci attento che sennò mi curco proprio alla cara.
listen, you told me about your child, about your
Yeah.
son. Do you have how many? One?
So I have one son in Australia and I have a daughter in North America.
Okay, so you are married and married again, or no? I mean,
The first time I wasn't married.
yeah,
the
it
first
just
time
was
was,
your the mom, the mama of your.
Yeah. You know how they say in Italian.
compare.
Succedono queste cose,
Succedono ste cose,
compare.
compare.
No, but I have a wife now, and yes,
Yeah. Okay. Your sons,
yes,
of course, have your mirror. There is something philosophy.
Yes.
I like philosophy history. That is called. It was Young. No, I don't know if you know Young, the philosopher. Talk about shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow is something that you project, and is your half, right? you can live, you can have your shadow. I mean, if you are alive, you have the shadow.
Yeah.
That's half. It's always you. It's like a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see on your shadow, and I mean, I think the song in general, child. I mean, in general, are shadows for us. You know, so there is I mean, this is my opinion. I mean, it's just my idea of life, philosophy idea, philosophical idea of life. But there is something that you want on your child as Calab. I mean, your child, your son, your daughter, it's our Calabria. Feel these roots. They talk Calabrian. They live like Calabrian as you do. I mean, stuff like that, or are more
so
modern.
My wife, she's half Calabrese, half Polish.
Oh,
Yeah, my mother-in-law's from
man.
Cavalonia, and my father-in-law's Polish. So, you know, we try and speak to him in Calabrese. I mean, he understands a little bit, but not like I did because all my family spoke Calabrese.
Yeah.
But you know what he has from Calabria?
Yeah.
His temper.
Tempa.
Si arrabbia.
Porca miseria.
C'è un sangue di pipi. Lui, you know, si incazza.
Yeah, it's
posso
fire.
dire,
It's
posso
fire.
dire,
Ah, sì, you can say everywhere.
allora,
wherever you want.
lui c'ha questa cosa di Calabrese.
È calabrese. Ava scorcia.
Ava scorcia, yeah,
You know la scorcia?
yeah.
of course.
Because my father-in-law is very calm. My wife, calm. My mother-in-law, fiery. Me, fiery. My son, he cracks it.
Induja family.
Induja family.
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
My son's got a little bit of Induja in him. Yeah.
It's a spicy.
It's
a
spicy,
bit
yes.
spicy. I
Yeah.
know. Listen, we talk about Induja, okay?
Yeah.
There's something Induja, maybe I know,
Yeah.
but something about food that you like, that you prefer, and that you want in your life every day. Sorry. Best food, best recipe, best meal. I mean.
Look, I travel a lot around the world,
Of
and
course.
I'm very lucky to go to different countries. I like to try different food. I love eating Asian food.
You like it?
Am I going to get in trouble if I say I like pineapple on pizza here?
I think your citizen or maybe your visa here can be.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't say it.
No,
No.
I don't like pineapple
No,
on pizza. Just for this interview, I don't like it.
I tried. It's not bad, but it's but I can.
But hang on a minute.
I can say.
Aspetta. What's wrong with pineapple on pizza when you have prosciutto and meloni? È la stessa cosa.
Tradition,
cosa.
dude. I mean,
La stessa cosa.
It's like a
È una
carbonara
cosa
con la
dolce,
panna, come on.
una frutta dolce con la carne. Pineapple, ham and pineapple pizza, carne e frutta dolce. La stessa cosa. Scusa.
No, I know, understand io capisco il tuo ragionamento, compa, però penso che mentre dice questa cosa 2 o 3 napoletani siano morti nel frattempo. Ascoltando sta roba, se qualche napoletano si è preso un attimo il coccolone.
Allora, io ero andato a Cavalonia l'anno scorso e sulla pizza c'era patatini.
Yeah, it's American recipe.
Allora,
I know, it's just
io preferisco i pineapple on pizza rather than patatini on chips.
Patatini chicken I don't like it. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
What's your pizza preferita? Your best pizza?
Capricciosa, I think they call it. A me
more.
piace anche solamente margherita con olive e acciughe.
Ah, okay.
Beautiful. Quello mi piace.
I think this is a rule that margherita is the is metro di giudizio. I don't know how I can say in English. Is the perfect pizza.
Yeah.
So if a pizzeria make the perfect margherita, every pizza is good.
Yeah.
Because means that materie prime,
sì,
mozzarella,
sì.
sugo,
Sì.
tomato, everything is okay.
There was a competition recently around the world to get the world's best pizza. You know who wins? The Japanese.
Come on.
Japanese. The top
can't
5.
believe
The
it.
top out of the top 5, three of them were Japanese.
It's not.
E pizza napoletana
not-
to Giappone.
E non è
Ti
giusto.
ti giuro.
I trust you, but I can't believe it.
Ma i giapponesi sono capaci di fare pizza se vogliono.
Buono.
Allora,
If they want, se vogliono.
se un giapponese va a Napoli e se parla faccia la pizza, torna in Giappone, se faccia la pizza e vinci, what can you do? He's a napoletana vera.
Yeah.
Questo.
I mean,
Allora uno deve essere italiano per fare la pizza?
no, ma ci sono cose come per esempio perché il caffè o la pizza a Napoli è più buona? Per l'acqua di Napoli.
Ah, ok, sì.
Right?
Sì.
I mean,
Yeah. Yes,
e si riconosce. Io ho vissuto un anno in Australia, no, in Australia, in Lituania.
Yeah.
Was confused. 1 year in Lithuania, and at one of the last days I was there, I say to my friend Calabrian from Reggio also, say Dario, go to this pizzeria. We never was always tourist. Okay. The pizza arrive. I smell. Try. Call the girl. Say, pizzaiolo is from Italy. Yeah, it's Calabrian. Call me pizzaiolo, please. Compà. E onde sei tu? Il Riggio mi fa.
Il
Il
Riggio.
Riggio. Lo sapeva.
Yeah.
Lo sapeva.
Yeah.
Of course, I pay as a tourist that pizza.
Yeah.
So they boom here
Yeah.
for a margherita, but small margherita, but very good
Yeah.
in Lithuania where the pizza is not the best recipe they do.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Listen, talk about you do interview, you talk a lot, so people know who you are. Okay, I mean maybe someone of my Cipollini don't, because they are nerd for this kind of stuff, for camera. So maybe they can be interested to know how you start. I mean, you can do everything in life. I mean, you have the attitude to do anything because you are Calabrian, so you can do everything you want. You can go to the moon, you can go everywhere, do the best job in the world. Why comedian?
Why?
Comedian. Why?
Because I taught myself how to write music, right? But I had no. I was playing the guitar, the piano. I was writing songs, writing poetry, and I wanted to be George Michael. I wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway.
And easy things.
And then arrivammo a un certo punto, mio papà disse che cosa vuoi fare? Io voglio fare un musicista. No, vedi che a Calabria non ci sono rock stars.
You can do tarantelle.
Vai pigliati una laurea e puoi fare quello che vuoi. Allora io ho preso 2, io sono laureato.
Very Calabrian as a way of thinking.
Yeah. E allora io ho la laurea sulla scienze alimentari,
nice.
dopo un masters studiando queste cose. Allora io ho preso 2 lauree e dopo, quando ero all'università, ho pensato ok, non ce la faccio con la musica, se mi senti cantare uno dice meglio che non canti. Allora ho detto ok, you know what? Io ho una memoria per barzelletti e allora ho pensato comincio a fare questi sketch. È cominciato in comedy clubs a Sydney e dopo a un certo punto ho pensato nessuno ha fatto un spettacolo per gli italiani parlando di essere figlio di immigranti, e io ho cominciato così e dopo un po', con un mese, ho registrato un disco. Questo disco si è trovato tramite l'internet, è andato in tutto il mondo. Avevo 24 anni che giro il mondo facendo questi spettacoli e sta crescendo, perché adesso in Italia io non ho fatto mai spettacolo in Italia, adesso faccio spettacolo in Italia e spero che quest'anno faccio un altro spettacolo a Tropea.
Wow.
A settembre speriamo.
Of course. Per i calabresi, ragazzi, vedete che il suo spettacolo io l'ho visto online, tanta roba. Your show it's very funny, very It's a beautiful show.
Thank
I mean,
you.
to listen, to follow,
Sì.
it's crazy.
E un'altra cosa che faccio quando faccio gli spettacoli, non dico parolacci e non parlo di cose sporchi, volgare. Allora uno può portare un bambino di 12
It's for
anni
family.
oppure la nonna può levare.
Sì. Levare non in senso che la sposta, levare nel senso che la porta. For people that is not from Messina to Catanzaro, I need to explain sometimes levare, because levare here can be te levo di mezzo.
Sì.
No, ti levo nel senso in calabrese is levare, portare. Non la vai chi sto in casa. Listen, here we have a Forza 4 game. Okay? The rules are that you need to align for this button, vertical, horizontal, diagonal.
Connect 4 we call it, Connect 4.
Connect 4, yeah. In English, Connect 4.
Connect 4, yes.
Okay, Forza 4. For some reason, the Italian changed name totally. So I start. If you lose, you will give me a secret, or maybe something very personal of you that you never say before, somewhere, everywhere, and that's it. It's like a secret, okay? Meantime, I wanna ask you now because you start with this a barzelletta.
Ok, questa è una storia vera, questa non è una barzelletta. Allora, io ho cominciato così, perché la nonna mi diceva, vai nel garage e prendimi 2 patate, ok? Allora, io andavo lì e pigliavo 2 patate e portai, te nonna, 2 patate. No figlio, in italiano 2 vuol dire 8 o 9. Ok, la prossima settimana mi mandavo un ciccato 2 kg di carne, quando tornai ci portai 8.
Right.
Allora, e questa è una barzelletta che è vera, che è un sketch che mi ha lanciato, how do you say,
lanciato, giusto?
Lanciato la mia carriera in tutto il mondo.
Questo è veramente una cosa tipica nostra.
Sì.
Ma mangiai 2 ulivi.
Yes.
I hate 2 leaves, but 2 means una coppa, una buatta, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very Calabrian. What's your plan? I mean, you have a lot. You have a big tour.
Yes.
You travel all around the world for the job. There's something that you want to do and you have no time to do. Maybe another passion, another hobby, something that you wanna do more.
Yeah. So I learned to play the piano by myself. Right?
You'd always very difficult things, you know.
But I would like to learn properly.
Alone.
I would like to learn with a teacher how to play the piano. Because I can't sight read music.
Right.
I can read music, but I can't look at the music and start
It's very
playing.
difficult.
Yeah, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. And it's so funny that I look at other artists who play piano, and I go, I wish I could do that. I wish I had a talent, you know. And then I go, you know, not many people can tell jokes for an hour and a half, you know.
One day my piano teachers told me, he's a big pianist in Rome, studying in the music college of Rome more than 20 years ago. He told me, Albanese, hai fatto progressi. Sei passato da inascoltabile a molto pessimo. You know, you move from unlistener to very bad. It's a good progress. You say thank you, teacher. A few months ago I left the course. Okay, non è fatto mio. I can play the piano. It was important for my career. I have a background as a sound engineer, more than 20 years of sound engineering. So it was very important for me, the music, because to talk with the musician in the studio, you know, it's very important. It's your turn.
My turn. Let's see.
You already answered to the next question in a way. Do you think that here in Calabria, actually your career can be the same? I mean, you can have, in your opinion, here in the south of Italy, imagine, no, you never go away from Melecucca. From Melecucca to Reggio to Cosenza, Catanzaro, I mean, in Calabria. You think that your career can be grow fast as was in Australia? I mean,
Well,
in the Iliac,
look, I've been doing what I do for about 28 years now.
oh,
And I've managed to do shows in Calabria. I've managed to do shows in Rome and Milan in the last year. So, and I'm finding that, especially because of social media, my followers are growing in Italy.
of course.
And being here this week, I've discovered that a lot of people know me more than I know, because people would just turn up, people that I didn't expect. You know, people coming in, like even this interview here. I mean, you know,
we meet on Instagram actually.
we
so-
met on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I would not have done these kind of things 10 years ago. And so because of that, and because of social media, and because a lot more people are speaking English, for sure. I mean, it's slow. Like in Australia and Canada and America, it jumped overnight. Overnight, I was a nobody, and then all of a sudden, I was famous. In Italy, it's a slow, I think what we call a slow burn. Slowly.
Yeah.
And now it's getting to the point where it's going like this. So if we're going to go up there, I'm sort of here now. Yeah. So I don't know how quickly it can go, but it will go.
Nice,
And not just in Calabria, but all over Italy.
of course. I mean, but
Yeah.
I mean, here is always the art life
Yeah.
of as
Is
artist.
it my turn or your turn?
Yeah, no, it's yours. I think the life of an artist here is very, very difficult. Very difficult, because I mean, we have not the same opportunity. I mean, internet, yes, it's okay. It's something very, very important that can help a lot.
Yeah.
But
But I've discovered why it's taken me a long time here in Italy, because internet is slow here.
come on, don't talk about it, because it's very crazy for us.
Really?
Yeah, as content creator, as a content.
Yeah, man.
I mean, as a video and audio production.
Yeah, so I've been in the
team.
hotel trying to get into to get on online. I go, geez,
Come
internet
on.
is so slow.
Yeah.
No wonder they have taken a long time to find out about me here.
But you never was, for example, in Pentedattilo.
Come?
You never was in Pentedattilo.
What's that mean?
Pentedattilo is an ancient village. It's inside a rock that have the hands shape.
Oh, right.
You have all the houses, and it's called Pentedattilo. It's on the Ionian side. You can use it. You don't have line, not internet. You can talk with phone. And we have a button, and I connect with the beginning of our chat. Calabria was 2 times on the first page of Times as the best place in the world for how can I say in English, for untouched natural
Yes.
trips and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, you was in Sila.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
Sila is one of the best
Yes,
places
beautiful.
if you like. I mean, you have everything's animals, nature, cascade, waterfall.
There's a lot of Germans that go to Scilla to do hiking.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in Scilla don't even know the tracks, but the Germans know.
There,
Is
the
it your
Germans-
turn?
Yeah, it's mine. I'm confused now.
You're confused?
What I can do to win, I don't know. I try.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to put one there, because if I put one there,
It's very difficult game. This is very, very difficult game.
it's a game of strategy.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I want to stop you before. Okay, so there is an hard place in Calabria for you. What's the best place for your heart in Calabria?
Look, undoubtedly, going to see where my grandparents came when they were born. You know, it's very hard to beat that. You know, because I grew up with them, they would talk so much about where they came from. You know, so to go and see where's a Madonna da Montagna.
Where?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To go and see Utoko in Melakuka, to go and see where the places that my nonno would talk about. Because you got to understand that when I grew up, when I was 6 or 7, they only just left Italy 6 or 7 years ago. So they're all the family still talking about
Crazy.
home.
Of course.
And so I grew up listening to all these words. So when I go to the towns and I see streets that they're talking about, when I see towns that they're talking about, you know, I hear because my nonno would work in the mountains, you know, and would help build roads. He
Wow.
would, you know, do all sorts of stuff, you know,
Yeah,
it's when I see that, it really touches my heart. Yeah.
Of course. You feel at home?
Yeah, I do. You know, and the other thing is that the language, because I know the language, when I you know, which is a big thing. When you go to a foreign country and you can't get in the language, you can't get it completely immersed in the culture. When you come here and you not only know the language, you know the customs. Mm-hmm. You know, because there's a lot of people who come who they might not mean to be rude, mm-hmm. but they don't know the customs.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to know the customs. And I was brought up knowing the customs very, very well. You know, so I know when I speak to an old person, you got to say "e voi." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't say "tu," because that's the way I was brought up. So I know all those little subtleties, so I can immerse myself into the Calabrian culture.
It's amazing. And go back to your first time here in Calabria, your first time in life.
Yeah.
It was as you expect. I mean, your perspective of Calabria was exactly as you expect, or
it was overwhelming. It was very overwhelming. Like I was like, wow. I wanted to discover more.
Of course.
You know, I wanted to discover more, and I'm still discovering more. You know, we were here last year. The water, we were on the Ionian side. The water was absolutely. I love that warm water in summer. I love it. You know, I don't have to dip my toe and go, oh, is it cold? Isn't it cold? Can I go? I just can throw myself in. You know, and I would wake up early and it was hot in the morning. I'd go for a walk. The sun, first thing in the morning, that sun is fantastic.
It's amazing.
It's so good for you.
Actually, in Australia is winter. It's a summer. It's
a
kind. Spring,
it's autumn now.
Autumn, yeah.
Yeah, because we're out of summer. We're about to go into winter.
Oh, yeah.
Well, our winter is June, July, August.
It's
opposite. Whatever it is here, it's opposite.
I have some friends from Australia, from Perth, of course, that moved back during summer or during with the wrong clothes.
Yeah,
sometimes happen because
but Perth has got
where is the summer? It's not. It's winter.
Yeah.
It's something very, very.
Yeah.
You live in Australia, or
I live.
Your home. I mean.
I live in Melbourne, Australia.
My friend you lost. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Strategy.
Sheesh. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what does that mean?
Prepare a secret.
What?
A secret.
A secret.
When you're ready.
No, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know this, that my mum was born in Australia. Mm-hmm. So the mum in my show is not my mum.
Wow, this is a big secret.
This is a big secret. So the mother in my show is my dad's sister, which she grew us up, right? Because her kids and myself and my brother, we all grew up together.
Nice.
And she was more Italian than my mum.
Huh?
Even though my mum speaks Calabrese and she's got the culture and everything, but my auntie was the immigrant mother.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is nice.
That's a big
nice,
secret.
Nice secret. The last, but the most important question that can I ask you?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah. My kids make me really happy. And as the older I've had a great life. I know your listeners might go, who is this guy? You know, you can look it up. I've had a fantastic life. I've traveled the world. I've performed to a lot of people, millions of people around the world. I've had a fantastic career. So when you have all these things, you realize that really what matters is your family, you know. And I lost my brother, and nothing's going to bring that back. What's the point of being a multimillionaire, having fame, fortune, nice cars, nice house? There's no point when you have all that and you don't have your brother.
Of course. Money doesn't matter. I mean, help, but doesn't matter.
You know.
I understand. Family.
A saluti,
family is the
figlio, ma
first.
nonno, a saluti.
Bravo.
Basta che dai a saluti, dai tutto,
Da
diceva
tutto.
nonna. you
Basta
know?
che ci sta salute, si dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. There is a sorry, because I think another important question to ask you. There is some date of your tour, maybe where happened something that in your memory became your best memory of your career. Actually, I mean something, an episode, something
definitely,
that is very
definitely. When I went in 2002, I flew my nonni from Australia to Canada, and they toured with me around Toronto for 2 weeks. That was probably the highlight of my career in terms of an emotional thing, in terms of a spiritual experience, you know. And we got that all on film. They got a civic reception by the mayor of Toronto. They were on the news. We did a signing at HMV, and 500 people would turn up to get their autograph. They did a meet and greet every show. I was doing shows to 3,000 people a night. We'd bring them on stage. They would say something to the audience. The audience would erupt. It's fantastic. And we got it all on film. So now my son, when he's old enough, can look back and go, that was my great-grandparents, you know.
wow. Wow, dude. Wow, really. Ok, Cipollini. Lui era Joe Avati, ha raccontato, si è aperto un po' con noi, ha raccontato la sua vita, la sua esperienza. For that, I want to say thank you to Joe.
Thanks very much.
Because you are an amazing soul,
Thank you.
amazing person. Your smile is contagioso. You know,
Contagious. Yes.
And this is a strong characteristics, you know. I really like your job. I really like what you do, and I hope my follower can start to appreciate and know you. Who know you, and guys, really, this man here is the perfect representation of what Calabrian is.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dude. Because I mean, it's from the heart, from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Because I'm really, when I found this kind of story as I'm a documentarist, so for living. So when I can talk about, when I can raccontare una storia, when I can say something about an history like your, I mean, it's something that feel totally my soul, because it's my mission in life, you know. So thank you, Joe.
No, thank you.
Can I ask you to sing something?
Yeah.
For the close, can you sing something for us?
Me?
Yeah, of course. No?
I'm not going to sing.
Okay, so it's true.
I'm a shit
You're
singer.
not
Good,
a singer.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry?
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What do you think about Rode microphones?
I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it now more than a few hours ago, of course.
yeah.
Now I know the history.
What do you think about the DJI camera?
I like it. I like it for content creation, but I prefer it as for drones.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
'cause-
work a lot with the DJI drones.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
several models, and it's very, very. It's a nice
Yeah, yeah.
company. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a one. When I became a pilot, officially, I was the first one in Calabria. I made this degree. I don't know, it's in English, patentino di volo. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
the degree, like a degree
Yeah,
in
yeah.
fly to fly. I'm studying with a big drone, like bigger than one of these table. I mean, very big. And the technology changed really. And actually, I move with small DJI drones that make amazing, also
Yeah.
low light, also during night. So DJI.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay, okay.
nice end because it's totally different from the topics of our chat. Thank you so much, Joe, for
Thank
your
you very
times.
much. No worries.
Thank you all the guys from Italia and
Yeah.
the beach.
Fantastic.
Forgot always
Yeah.
the Sunset Beach
Yes.
that guest us.
Yeah.
See you soon. Hope see you soon.
Yeah,
in
hopefully you come
Calabria.
to the show. Yeah.
Of course, or maybe I come to Australia or wherever you are.
Yeah, come to Australia.
Okay, I promise. I'm not a stalker of VIP. I just like people. So, okay, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
grazie.
Compa.
Grazie compare, grazie.
Grazie a
Thank you.
te, grazie.
Thank you.
Ciao, Cipollini.
Ci vediamo.